Hi, it's Jill with another recipe. Check out my recipes in my playlist and let's get right into these cheese pasties now. So hi, I'm Jill. I'm an artist and a writer and a cook. I like to publish my recipes and obviously draw, hence the potato faces. You'll have to check out my playlist because I post all sorts of stuff. But these are really delicious family cheese pasties for you. And we're going to start by making some substance for the cheese sauce, and we're going to use potatoes for that. So we're going to, I'm using these small they're not new potatoes, they're baby potatoes, and I'm going to get these cooked through. By the way, don't panic about quantities and all the rest of it, because all that will be put in the description below, as well as obviously links to my art and various other things that I do on here, all the sorts of things you might just do at home. That's what I do. These are branded Englishes because I publish my recipe books under the brand Englishes, but they are by me, Jill Brotherton. I'm the author. Anyhow, so here we are chopping leeks, and we're going to sweat these off. We don't want to brown them, we just want to keep them on a nice low heat, sweating nicely just so that they soften and become translucent. Obviously you don't want them stringy and chewy. As you can see, my potatoes here are boiling away nicely now. And now we're going to make the cheese sauce, and we do that by melting some butter. And we add in some flour gradually so that we can whisk out all the lumps before we start adding the milk. We can get a nice smooth paste. You might need to just slightly take this off the heat at this stage, because it can sometimes be a bit too hot and then it'll stick and get too stiff. I prefer sometimes to take it off the heat while I'm adding the milk gradually. Get it nice and smooth. Okay, and then we add the milk just a tiny bit at a time, so that we can make sure there's no lumps. Got to get this right from outset, because you cannot get rid of the lumps if you add the milk too quickly. So it's best to just do this gradually. And it takes quite a lot of milk as well. As I say, all the quantities are in the description below. So we'll speed this up a bit now. And obviously don't forget to subscribe. Okay, now we have it nice and smooth. We can now add some cream, extra luxury to make it extra rich. And then whisk that in also. And then we'll add obviously some salt and pepper. I've done freshly ground pepper. I tend to grind a big batch in like a NutriBullet, and then keep a little dish of it nearby. So that's the base of our sauce. It's a white sauce basically, and now obviously we need to add the cheese because it is a cheese sauce. I use this cheese sauce for macaroni cheese as well, if you wanted to do that. My kids love it with tuna in and broccoli and sometimes bacon. So you can really use that for a macaroni cheese, no problem. The next thing we want to do is pour this into the sauce, and with it on a low heat we're going to melt it all until it's again smooth and glossy and utterly delicious. And then we're going to add our sweated off leeks for extra flavour. You can leave those out if you've got fussy children or something. You know, add what you like. You can pretty much add whatever you like at this stage. Okay, but we do need to drain the potatoes and crush them, and this is going to give the sauce some body so that it'll hold itself together when you're making up the pasties. I mean, these pasties are absolutely brilliant for a picnic, cold, or just an evening meal, you know, with some veg on the side or salad. Yum. Hot or cold, either way, it's up to you. So mix all this in anyway. They were roughly crushed the potatoes. Obviously you don't want to mash. You can do a mash if you want, but I prefer to have a bit of potato bite in it. And then it's really simple now. I just use these sheets of pastry. I actually made enough for 2, but that was great because you can freeze them. I did, sorry, 2 sheets. These are quite large, so I use this larger cereal bowl to cut out the shape, and I wanted them like traditional pasty shapes, so I did them round. I think I actually might have even used 3 sheets. I'm pretty sure I did. But don't worry about making too many. You can't make too many because you can freeze them. So what you would do is you would freeze them before you cook them. So I freeze them after I've egg washed them. I'll put them in the freezer, and then I actually do cook them from frozen, so that's not a problem. Obviously don't throw away the offcuts. I've put these together to roll out some more. That's why I thought I used 3 sheets. I didn't use 3 sheets, I used the offcuts. There's absolutely no problem to roll that out again. And I think I ended up with 6 pretty large pasties. I mean, if you've got small children, you might want to go down and make sort of double the quantity instead, because they probably wouldn't manage a whole one of these. And then really what you're looking to do is just to pile the right amount of cheese sauce. I would let it get quite cool because otherwise it kind of melts the pastry and it's very difficult to handle. I probably didn't let mine get cool enough. And then it's just a question of getting the right amount, because obviously too much will burst the pastry and it'll be very difficult to manage, but not enough will just be mean and you'll just basically have a pastry pie. So with a bit of egg yolk, we can just glue around the edges, use it like glue to fold over and seal the pasty. It'd be like a Cornish pasty shape. I mean, kids just love these. Teenagers love these. They're so easy to do. I probably could have done better trimming around the edges there, but I don't make pasties that often. I just love them at summer picnic. I just love having things that are a bit different sometimes from sandwiches, and these are really nice. You can make these pies with like a beef, Indian spicy beef. They're really nice as well. So then handle them pretty carefully because they're probably still warm, which makes the pastry a little bit floppy. And I use these foil tins because they're recyclable. So first of all, if they don't get dirty, you can actually use them again. And second of all, everything in this scene, you can see here, the tin and the greaseproof can obviously go in the recycling bin and be recycled, which is just great. And then I don't have all the washing up either. So I use the egg yolk because it gives a nice rich colour to the pasty. And that's the stage that you can freeze them. So you freeze them in the tray. Once they're frozen, you can collect them and put them in a bag so that they, you can put them all in one bag rather than having trays all spread out over your freezer. And here's the final pasty. And it's absolutely delicious, and you will not regret having a go. And you can see how it's gooey, but it has body from the potato, so it's not sort of spilling out everywhere. And you get a nice mouthful of leek and cheese and potato and delicious pastry. Melt in the mouth. Go for it. You've got to make these. They are so delicious. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.